The other day, I found out that my former spouse had recently gotten engaged to someone else. Now I'm about 2 years out from my own divorce, and let me tell you, it's still a kick in the gut. It sucks.
Well, of course it does, because a lot of women nowadays use divorce as punishment. And the thought of him being alone and hurt makes them feel powerful. So when he finds another woman, it pretty much means he's defying her punishment and taking away her power.
How dare!
Also, a lot of women still keep their exes in their orbits just in case the new guy is just pump and dump, so she always has a simp to come back to, and him getting married to somebody else throws a wrench into that plan as well.
I had all of these conflicting thoughts and emotions, even though I know I made the right decision and I'm so happy in my new relationship. It's still just a huge shock, and I really started to get in my own head about it. Just thinking like, why wasn't I enough for this person to change and meet my expectations? Why does it seem like he is able to do that with this new person? I must not have been good enough for him.
Bingo! Yahtzee!
To want to change and be different.
Or better yet, have you ever considered that, unlike you, his new fiancé loves him for who he is?
And then I kind of took a step back and thought, what if he is this way because of me? What if he learned these lessons the hard way through our divorce, and now he's able to show up differently with his new partner?
Yeah, you probably taught him what not to look for in a woman. Also, I'm pretty sure he has better safeguards in place in case a new divorce happens. Or at least he should.
And I feel like that's just a more empowering way to look at it. You are worthy of love, you are worthy of your expectations, and just because somebody wasn't able to meet them for you doesn't mean that it's your fault or you're not enough.
Translation.
What? What the fuck?
The last few days have been super traumatizing for me. My own fault. It's always my fault. But anyway, I didn't know. Well, I guess I did know, but that I would have this really strong reaction physically, trauma reaction, to finding out that my estranged husband has been having a new relationship. You can't imagine your husband and your children having a great time without you or with a new woman. And I think the hard part is that because I'd been with him for so long, since I was 18, for him to be in a relationship where he is in one and you can't figure it out in your mind. And then it felt like he had died. And I kept getting this sick feeling like he was gone and dead. And I almost wished he was dead.
More regrets and tears for missing her family unit followed after that.
Anyway, this really lovely woman, I cut her hair and do her highlights, and I do her kids' hair and her husband. And they invited me to dinner tonight. It's Saturday night. And I was getting ready to go, and I bought the kids little gifts. And I just thought, I'm going to go and have dinner with these people and their children, instead of being at home with my own. And I wonder what I'm doing. It's really not... I don't know what to do. I don't know why I feel like this. I miss my family. I miss being a family. It's so hard. It's really hard. It just hit me. Like all of everything I've ever known is gone. My family isn't here anymore. I mean, they're here, but we're not together.
Now that you guys have the context of the story, we can watch the video she just dropped today. She is now willing to do anything to win her husband back. And modern women in her comment section are trying to shame her to the point that she had to block some of them.
So, I have a few things I want to...
I can remember when I told my ex-husband I wanted a divorce. It was December 2019, and he was completely shocked, completely caught off guard, like dumbfounded, devastated, everything else. But the month before that, November of 2019, I remember very clearly having yet another talk with him about how unhappy I was. But this particular conversation, he was in his man cave room playing video games, which was like his favorite activity. And I go walking in and I tell him, like, I really want to talk about our marriage. Like, I'm not happy. It feels like we're roommates at this point, and I don't really have a partner, blah, blah, blah. This man was wearing his headphones because he was playing with a friend and they like talked to each other. He didn't even take his headphones off. He just pulled it off his right ear. This is almost 4 years ago now. I can still remember he pulled it off his right ear. And he didn't pause the game or stop playing. He continued to play a video game while his wife was standing in front of him, telling him how unhappy she was in the marriage. And I remember when he said to me something about like marriage being forever and whatever. And I said to him, well, maybe some marriages aren't meant to last. And he got so mad at me for saying that. But he didn't stop playing video games to have the conversation with me. And if that doesn't perfectly sum up why I divorced this man, then I don't know what does. And I feel like this is a very common trend. I hear about this type of stuff a lot, where the wife had expressed her concerns for months or even years, and then when she finally says, all right, I've done everything I could do, I want a divorce, then the husband's like, what do you mean? What's happening? I love you. Please don't leave me. Please don't take my kids from me. It's like, bitch, you should have put in effort. You had the opportunity. We give you so many opportunities to do the right thing. You chose not to. This is now the repercussions of your actions. Am I wrong? And a half hours with my baby, and it was just the most sweetest time. I hate that I feel this way, but I miss my mom so much. I miss my baby. Life is not where I want it to be a year later.